Hello, Math 20 students. So, sagutan natin yung the rest of the exercises that I sent sa ating group chat. So, itong 4 and 5, equations involving inverse trigonometric functions. So, nilista ko lang dito yung mga restrictions nung mga inverse trigonometric functions natin. Okay? So, visual tayo kasi kailangan lang natin malaman kung nasaan quadrant sila. Or minsan kung nasa ang interval, no? Pero most of the time, ang kailangan natin ay kung nasa ang quadrant sila. Okay, so let's do number 4. So, gaya ng sinabi ko before, ililet theta nyo lang yung may mga secant inverse. Okay, so let theta equal to secant inverse yung may mga inverse trigonometric function. So, example, in this case, secant inverse. So, magkakaroon tayo ng... Mukhang I need space. Kokopyahin ko lang yung problem, ha. Masyado akong excited, eh. Okay. Equal to cosine inverse negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so meron tayong theta minus... Ito, mga numbers lang yan. Anong value niyan? So, isa-isahin natin. For this one, cotangent inverse. Gawin mong theta, sige. Yung scratch lang ito, ha. Cotangent inverse 0. So, cotangent theta is 0. Tapos, babalik ka sa restriction mo. Asan yung restriction natin? Ito, diba? So, si cotangent inverse daw ay 0 to pi. Pero siya yung theta mo. So, ang question, what theta from 0 to pi will make cotangent 0? That will be your theta. So, isa lang naman yon, pi over 2 in this case. Okay, so pi over 2 minus pi over 2 equal to this number. Ano yung number na yan? So, ganun ulit. Scratch ko ulit. Let theta equal to cosine inverse negative square root of 3 over 2. So, pag kinosine mo both sides, negative square root of 3 over 2. So, ito yung restriction ni cosine. So, anong theta between 0 to pi will give you a cosine of negative square root of 3 over 2. That will be your theta. So, negative yung cosine. So, malamang yung theta mo nandiyan, nasa quadrant 2. So, negative square root of 3 over 2. So, it's a multiple of pi over 6. So, it's 5 pi over 6. Okay? Tapos, balik na tayo dito sa sinosolve natin. So, theta, lipat natin sa kabila. Which is, ilan ito? Plus 3 pi over 6, which is 8 pi over 6. Kagura, yung pusa nagaano siya, pupulit. Okay? So, 4 pi over 3. So, pwede nyo gawin, pwede nyo i-take yung secant on both sides. So, secant theta is secant 4 pi over 3. But from here, you know that secant theta is cube root of x minus 4. So, cube root ng x minus 4 is equal to, anong secant ng 4 pi over 3? So, alamin muna natin yung cosine 4 pi over 3. Asang quadrant ba yung cosine 4? So, 1/2 yan, no? Kasi multiple ni pi over 3. 4 pi over 3. Okay, so negative. So, reciprocal niyan is secant. So, it's negative 2. Okay, so cube both sides, negative 8. So, x is 4 minus 8, which is negative 4. And then the last step, you have to check that your answer is correct. So, checking. If x is equal to negative 4, magkakaroon tayo dito ng secant inverse ng cube root of negative 8, which is secant inverse ng negative 2 minus, ito kinompute na natin, pi over 2. Is it equal to 5 pi over 6? Ano ba ang secant inverse ng negative 2? So, compute natin ha. So, dapat secant theta equal to negative 2. Tapos, ano restriction ng secant? So, dapat nandito lang tayo, no? Okay. So, ano kayang value niyan? O sige, gawin yung cosine. So, anong theta between these intervals will make cosine negative 1/2? So, that is a multiple of pi over 6. Tama ba? A multiple of pi over 6. Sorry. Not pi over 6. Pi over 3. So, it's a multiple of pi over 3. Tapos, nandito sa quadrant na ito. So, it's 4 pi over 3. Okay. So, it's 4 pi over 3 minus pi over 2 equal to 5 pi over 6. And it turns out, mukhang yes naman, no? So, 8 pi minus 3 pi over 6, is it equal to 5 pi over 6? Yes. So, ang sagot sa number 4 is negative 4. Okay? Proceed na tayo sa number 5. So, kukopahin ko lang ulit itong problem. And then, same approach lang. I think I need space for this item. So, number 5. Ulit. Ililet natin tong mga angle, diba? So, magkaibang angle equal to pi over 6. So, let alpha equal to sine inverse of x. Tapos, yung beta natin, lalayo ko yung beta. Cosine inverse 2x. So, yung trig equation natin, magiging ano na siya. This one becomes alpha plus beta equal to pi over 6. So, mga angle yan. So, pwede mong gawin, you can take sine of both sides, cosine of both sides. Depende sa kung ano yung gusto ninyo. Pero ako mas gusto ko sine. So, from here, you will get sin cos cosine, some identity for sine, and sine pi over 6 is 1/2. Kaya ako nag-sine para kasi 1/2 yung kabila, no, pag kinuha ko yung sine. Pag nag-cosine kasi ako square root of 3 over 2. Ayoko nung may mga square root. Okay, so, etong sine alpha, cosine beta, cosine alpha, sine beta, you will express it in terms of x using these substitutions. So, unahin natin yung kay alpha. So, from here, we know that sine alpha is x. So, libre na to. Okay na to. So, ang kailangan mo na lang ay cosine alpha. But you know that cosine square alpha from the Pythagorean identity, that is cosine square alpha is equal to 1 minus sine square alpha, which is 1 minus x square. So, cosine alpha, it's either plus minus square root of 1 minus x square. So, sino dyan ang pipiliin mo? Yung plus or may minus, matatandaan niyo yung restriction ng alpha. So, sine inverse siya, it's either nasa quadrant 1 or quadrant 4 siya. And in quadrant 1 or quadrant 4, cosine is a positive. Right? So, pwede nating alisin na ito. Yung plus minus. Okay? At so, okay na yung cosine alpha. May sine alpha na tayo. So, from here, ma-recover natin yung cosine beta. So, it's 2x na yung cosine beta. Yung sine beta na lang. So, gamit ulit ng Pythagorean identity, sine square beta is 1 minus cosine square beta. So, sine beta is equal to plus minus square root of 1 minus cosine square beta. Okay, so babalik tayo dun sa kung nasang quadrant si beta. Beta is cosine inverse, so it's either nasa quadrant 1 or 2 lang yan. And in quadrant 1 or quadrant 2, sine is positive. So, pwede na nating alisin yung plus minus kasi positive lang siya. Okay, so iniingatan nyo dapat yun kung positive or negative. Ayan, plug and play na lang. Sine alpha is x. Cosine beta is 2x. Cosine alpha is this. Sine beta is this one. Oops, but what is cosine pala? Sorry. Cosine beta is, hindi ko pala nasulat. Sige, singit na lang natin. 1 minus 2x square. Square root ng 1 minus 4x square. Okay, so pinlog in natin yung cosine beta doon. So, square root ng 1 minus 4x square equal to 1/2. At ayan, naging ano na siya. Yan yung equation natin sa first part ng Math 20, diba? Na may mga radicals. Okay, simplify lang natin onti para medyo gumanda. Let us multiply both sides by 4 para mawala yung fractions. So, let's multiply everything by 4. Anong mapapala natin? So, 8x square plus 4 times yung may mga square root. Bakit 4? 2 na lang, sorry. It's not 4, it's 2. Pwede rin naman 4, hindi naman mamamali, pero inaalis ko kasi yung denominator. Unnecessary yung 4. So, 2 lang. Sige. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so meron tayong 4x square plus 2 square root ng 1 minus x square. 1 minus 4x square equal to 1. Lipat natin lahat ng may radical or iwanan natin sa left side lahat ng may radical. Lahat ng walang radical sa kabilang side. Kasi magsi-square tayo para mawala yung radical. So, square both sides. So, meron tayong 4 times 1 minus x square. 1 minus 4x square equal to square ng binomial, ano na to? 1 minus multiply times 2 8x square plus 16x raised to 4. Okay, gawin natin tong part na to. Anong lalabas dyan? 4 times 1 minus 5x square plus 4x raised to 4. Distribute 4. So, maging ganyan siya, no? Okay, may combined like terms na lang ito. Ay, makakancel yon. Thank God. Okay, medyo dumadali yung buhay natin. Lipat natin yung mga constant sa left. Lahat ng may mga x square sa right. So, 3 is equal to 12x square. Divide both sides by 3. Hala, maging ganyan siya. So, x square is equal to 1/4. And then, take the square root of both sides. So, plus minus square root of 1/4. Or x is equal to plus minus 1/2. So, you have 2 candidates na lang. Dalawa yung naiwang possible answers. So, konti na lang yan. So, kung pwedeng yung dalawang yan sagot, pwedeng isa lang sagot, pwedeng walang sagot. And how do you find out? Isa-substitute mo doon sa original equation. Or yung checking na tinatawag natin. Okay, so checking. So, unahin natin si 1/2. Sine inverse 1/2 plus cosine inverse 1/2 times 2 is 1. is it equal to pi over 6? So, sine inverse 1/2, saan equal yon? Kailangan negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Alin dyan na magkakaroon ng sine na 1/2? Hindi ba pi over 6? So, pi over 6. Ang cosine inverse 1/2, cosine inverse 1, sorry. 0 to pi. Alin dyan ang magpapakosine na 1? Si 0. So, plus 0, is it equal to pi over 6? The answer is yes. So, valid itong sagot na ito. So, yung isa naman, if x is negative 1/2, sine inverse negative 1/2 plus, saan ba natin pina-plug in? Dito natin pina-plug in. So, 2 times negative 1/2 is negative 1. Is it equal to pi over 6? So, ito, ano ang magpapa-negative 1/2 sa sine? Pero nandito sa interval na negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. That is negative pi over 6. Ito yon, negative pi over 6. Sa cosine naman, magpapa-negative 1. So, ito yung x negative 1. So, ang theta mo dyan or angle mo is pi. So, mag-equal ba tong dalawang ito? Is 5 pi over 6 equal to pi over 6? The answer is no. So, rejected itong sagot na to. So, therefore, x is equal to 1/2. Or ang solution set natin is the set containing 1/2. Kung solution set ang hinihingi. So, yung first item, so ang solution set dito ay, ayan, depende kung ano hinihingi. And that ends our discussion on equations involving inverse trig functions.